Hi, this is Chef Inspire. I'm here today to talk to you about giving out of your overflow. Now, what does this mean? This means that when you learn to pour into yourself so that you're overflowing, then the quality of the gifts that you give to other people will be more powerful, more life-giving. I'm going to use 7 points to make my point. You ready? Let's go. Point number 1. You are the most important person in your world. One more time. You are the most important person in your world. You must treat yourself like that. You must treat yourself that as if you are the most important person. Why? Because you are. Your world will not exist if it wasn't for you. Your loved ones will not be taken care of. The things that you are able to give them, the things that you are able to do, you would not be able to do if you were not here. You are the most important person in your world. Remember that. Number 2, you need to increase who you are every day on a daily basis. That means you need to pour into yourself. You need to exercise your mind, your body, and your spirit every single day. You need to get good food into your body and get exercise so that you are poured into every day, that you are fed properly, that you are nourished so that you can have the overflow, so that when you give to others, it's quality stuff. You're not giving them out of your reserve. You're not giving them out of the bottom of the barrel. You're not giving them crumbs. You're giving them life-giving power that's coming from a life of overflow that's coming out of you. Learn to pour into yourself every day. Number 3, this world is set up to make you weak and to keep you separate from God's power. Why? Because if you're so busy, you don't have time to get to the source. Now, where's the source? The source is where your power comes from. It comes from the time that you spend alone with God. It comes from the time that you spend on your knees interceding and building yourself up. This is where the power really is. Sometimes the power comes from you sitting down, meditating upon God's word so that you can be built up, so that when you go out into the world, you'll have what you need to be successful. So the world is keeping you busy. It's keeping you away from your power. It's distracting you and making you weak. Get back to your power. Get back on your knees. Get back to the source of all power. Point number 4. God says that He has come so that you can have life and have life more abundantly. He wants you to have abundant life. He wants you to have life more abundantly. He wants you to have the things that you desire in your life. He wants you to have, a father wants to give his children good things. He wants to give them the best things that he can possibly give them. Why? Because he loves them. But in order for you to grasp hold of these good things, you have to be in a position that you'll be able to hear from him, that you'll be able to understand what he wants for you. And in order for you to do that, you have to spend time with him. Relationship is the key. I have come that you may have life and have life more abundantly. Number 5, we are being pacified. That's right, we are being pacified. Every time we cry, the pacifier is being stuck into our mouths. What is the pacifier? The pacifier is TV. It's sports. It's entertainment. It's video games. It's all types of stuff, but most of all, it's fear. Fear is the pacifier. Fear keeps us immobilized. It keeps us from moving in the direction of our faith, because faith and fear are opposite. And when you operate in fear, your faith does not work. When you look at the news, what do you feel? You feel fear. Why? Because bombs are going off and people are getting shot and people are getting killed. All of these things make you fearful. And when you become fearful, you don't become faithful. And when you don't become faithful, you don't receive the promises of God. You need to understand. They are pacifying us. They are pulling us away from our power. Point number 6. You need to learn to give out of your abundance. All right? How does this work? How does this work? You give out of your abundance by pouring into your spirit, your mind, and your body on a daily basis until you are filled to overflow. You want to be filled to overflow. You want to take that time in the morning before you go out of your house to get your word, to get into prayer, to get into meditation, to get a full body exercise, to get some good fuel into your system so that you can be ready, that you can be filled to overflow, so that when you go out into the world, you'll be able to be a good witness. And you'll have the power and the authority to do what you need to do. It comes from preparation. That preparation, that time you spend. You know what? The power doesn't come from what you see. The power comes from what you don't see. Those people who are successful in their lives, it's the things that they do behind the scenes that make them who they are. That's right. So if you want to be successful, get a behind the scenes routine. Get yourself a daily routine that will build you up, that will cause you to be the best that you could possibly be. Number 7, when we are overflowing, we give life-giving stuff to the people around us. We give powerful, uplifting, and creative mind stuff to the people around us. Stuff that will change not only the people that are around us, but we give away life-changing, generation-changing power. Why? Because we have become so full, and the things that we're giving out is not leftovers. They're not scraps at the bottom of the barrel. No, we're giving away dunamis. We're giving away life-giving power that has been pushed through us. Overflow. We're becoming windows of heaven. God says, I will open up the windows of heaven and pour out blessings unto those, to his people. And how does he do it? He does it through you. And he only can do it through you if you have the overflow capacity to give. Don't give out of your reserve. Give out of your overflow. Because when you start to give out of your overflow, you are giving God gifts to humanity. You are giving power, wisdom, and authority that comes from a life full of wisdom, power, and understanding that comes from God. This is powerful, guys. Let me go over that again. Number 1, you are the most important person in the world. Treat yourself like that. Number 2, you need to pour into yourself every day. Increase yourself every single day. Do something that's going to help you to become better and better every single day. Number 3, the world is set up to make you weak. It's set up so that it can keep you away from your power. And what is your power? Your power is the time that you spend with the Most High. In his presence, there is fullness of joy. In his presence, there is power and authority to do great exploits. But it's only in his presence. Number 4, he said he has come, God has come to give you life and to give you life more abundantly. Why don't we have more abundant life? We should have it because it is a promise that he promised us. Number 5, we're being pacified. We're being pacified by TV, by sports, by all types of video games and things that pull our attention away from what's important. But most of all, we're being pacified by fear. the things that we view on TV, on the news, that keeps us away from the things that are most important. If you're operating in fear, you cannot operate in faith. And if you don't operate in faith, it's impossible to please God, and it's impossible to have the power to change lives. Not even your own. If you want to give out of your overflow. Give out of the things that God has poured into you so that you can pour out into others. Become a window of heaven. Point number 7. When you give out of your overflow, you give away life-changing gifts. You give away powerful, uplifting, creative, mind-changing, mindset renewing power. Things that can change not only you, but change the generation and the generation and the generation of that person that you're dealing with. This is what God says. But you have to learn how to give out of your overflow. And only way that you can do that is if you're overflowing. Spend time meditating, reading His Word, building yourself up, exercising, eating right, doing the things that will make you more powerful, because you are the most important person in your world. And the only way that God can use you is if you are strong, if you are ready, if you are a soldier, that you are fit for the Master's use. This is the only way He can use you. He can't use you any other way. This is Chef Inspired. You get this? You got it? Good. Give out of your overflow.